Thanks for joining us on Your Kentuckiana Home. I'm here with Joe French with Louisville Handyman. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Now this home is on the Tour of Remodeled Homes. It's going on next weekend, and it's a complete remodel. Tell us what you did to it.
Yeah, it started with redesigning the floor plan. So the homeowners had selected the house. They had us come in before they actually made the offer on the house to make sure it would fit their needs. So we added a sunroom to the back of the house, brand new from scratch. We remodeled and expanded the kitchen. We took out a couple of load-bearing walls and expanded the floor space. We expanded and remodeled the master bath, and then really touched every room in the house.
And you also expanded the outdoor deck area as well.
We did. That was something we didn't originally plan on, but as we got into it, the old deck was in such bad shape that we ripped it off and put a brand new deck from scratch, and it's got all AZEK composite materials and railings and things.
So one of the unique features that you have with your company is you have a software that allows them to see exactly what the house is going to look like before you do anything.
Yeah, and that was one of the fun ways we did this project, because after the homeowners had kind of selected it, we came in and did some rough measurements and put the existing house in our computer, and then we're able to add to that and create the sunroom, the expanded kitchen. We changed the walkways and the floor plan, and we get feedback all the time that people feel like they're on an episode of HGTV or something, because they can really see real images of what the house will look like after the remodel.
It's so hard when you're talking about remodeling, especially if you're not in the business, to really conceptualize what the home is going to look like when you make these changes.
It really is, and I think that's a big difference between a terrific finished project and just something that's just okay. We always take the time with our homeowners to really understand their needs and their wants and their wishes, think through storage needs, think through the walking paths, all that type of stuff, and it really makes a big difference in the finished project.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to meet Joe and see the beautiful work that he did in this house, you can see it on the Tour of Remodeled Homes going on next weekend. You can receive all the information about the Tour of Remodeled Homes with the contact information on your screen. We'll be back in just a moment with Lisa Steinbach with Steinbach Interiors. We are back with Your Kentuckiana Home with Lisa Steinbach with Steinbach Interiors. Thanks for joining us again.
Oh, my pleasure, Kimberly, always. Thank you.
Now this house is amazing, and you really got a chance to just redo the entire place.
It was wonderful working, of course, with Joe French of Louisville Handyman, and Mr. and Mrs. Copley are just wonderful clients. You could not ask for any nicer and more accommodating clients, so they've been terrific.
So when they visit the Tour of Remodeled Homes this weekend, what are people going to see in this house?
They're going to see a beautiful home that Joe French totally remodeled, opened up to a very spacious, livable home that Mr. and Mrs. Copley wanted that sort of mimicked what they had in Knoxville. One of the important features that they wanted was a sunroom. And so Joe was able to show them how they can add on to the back of the house, which they did, and created this wonderful, gorgeous, bright, fresh sunroom for Mr. and Mrs. Copley. So that was great to be able to do that.
And they really like nature, and you were able to take the outside and bring it inside a little for them.
Absolutely. If you look at their landscaping, their new deck on the outside, they very much love nature, and they love the colors of nature. And one thing when I started working with Patsy that she said she wanted to do was try some new and different things. So we brought color into the home that she wasn't used to using, this beautiful shade of green, corals, bright kind of almost hot pinks, teal. Those were some fun colors that she hasn't been used to using in her past homes. So we tried to incorporate pattern that brought a lot of that outside in. She loves florals, she loves plants. We then were able to balance some of that with some beautiful geometric patterns in some area rugs and in some of our other custom window treatments that we did for them.
And they have a lot of beautiful antiques, so when you redesign the home, it doesn't necessarily mean you get rid of everything. You're able to design around the furniture and other accessories that they love.
Oh, absolutely. They do have some really gorgeous antique pieces, and Patsy also has some beautiful collectibles. So we were able to work around all of those pieces, yet bring some of the new, fresh, modern feel to interior design, into their home, and they really incorporated beautifully. One of our feature areas, we did a beautiful faux finish in a couple of insets that are in the formal living room. And Patsy has a beautiful bird collection that she has gathered over years, and Beverly Clark, who's part of my team, she did a really pretty faux finish in the back of those and just gave a nice backdrop to show off those collectibles for Patsy and Dawn.
And if folks coming to the tour love the paint colors or some of the other accessories that you brought into this house, you'll be here to answer questions.
Absolutely, and we will also have a chart that tells what paint colors that we've used. You know, a lot of the custom window treatments, that those patterns will be available, and we'll be here to be able to answer any questions for people.
Be sure to see Lisa and Joe during the tour of remodeled homes next weekend. The contact information is on your screen.